Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. James Colley is currently having phone issues, so he won't be with us. I did not kill James yet. If you go to the pinned comment and chat, you will notice that the GoFundMe for Moonshock is actually gone. Moonshock has divulged that he is cancer free, and
got rid of them baseball.
Yep. Now he had to mail his cancer to Boogie. So
I would. He's not fucking worth it.
You're right. So I put, instead of Moonshocks, I put the High Plains Food Bank, one of the ones that James told me about. So that's replacing that and the GoFundMe's. So if you can give some to that place. I'll play the intro. As you can clearly see, we got TMaxi on the program.
Hello.
So it should be a fun night. And play the intro, we'll begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
welcome to the Midnight Show with the Midnight Crew. Rotncorpse, Angela Arriaga, James Colley, WillItForge, and our host, Alexander, with special guest TMaxi. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
Oh, Lord. God damn it, Will. I saw Acorn Cops decorations up. Oh, man. Welcome, Jen. How have you been?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm great. Angela, you can clearly see that there are articles there waiting for you. Where's the fried chicken? Did eat it all? I was promised fried chicken. I didn't promise you shit. That's my fried chicken.
Are we just diving right into the articles then?
Oh, no.
It was told that there would be punch and pie.
There's no punch and pie. And we're not free in Hat McCoy. There was something I wanted to talk about, and I fucking forgot. It slipped my mind. Cackles McGee is being Cackles McGee. Did y'all hear about the concert with her rally?
The one that the fucking people left as soon as Megan Thee Stallion was done.
I was going to say, you mean the concert that she decided she'd try to speak to the stragglers at?
Yes. Yes. Apparently. Now I remember. I love how everyone's getting on Trump. You know, oh, you called her black. Well, she's not black, and whatnot. She's Indian, and they're trying to prop her up as a black candidate.
She's Indian and Jamaican.
Yes.
And the Jamaican part were descendants of some of the biggest slaveholders in the islands.
It's also not the only tie that she has. She's also still related to white people too. Like she's a mixed bag, just like a lot of people are. But you can tell right away that when people look at her, I'm sorry, lady, but you look like an Indian.
She's less black than Barack.
And that's not a bad thing. Lots of really nice people are from India, okay? Nothing wrong with that. But any other person doing that, if they were on the right, would have been called a racist for playing the one-drop rule.
She is literally the left's new Rachel Dolezal. She is Sean King. She is Curry Sean King.
Curry Sean King. Actually, Jen, I the one drop rule is one of the reasons why I claim my black heritage.
And
That and about a dozen different medium authors' reasonings and explanations that what defines black, by their own definitions, I'm black. So I will claim that heritage.
There you go.
I mean, at least we can say this. Like, she is definitely more ethnic than Elizabeth Warren is native.
Well, no.
That's a low bar.
Yeah, I had to
All
take
right,
that one.
Elizabeth Warren is Indian. Feather, not dot. Kamala Harris is dot, not feather. Ah, man, that.
Yeah, Elizabeth Warren's as Indian as I am.
And at the end of the day, no offense, but who gives a shit? Because this isn't about India, and this isn't about Africa. This is about America. So, who gives a shit? I would have been okay. I would have been okay with Ramaswamy.
Ramaswamy?
I should just stick to his first name. But with Vivek, there's a lot of reasons why I would happily vote for the guy, and it all has to do with ideology. None of it has to do with where his ancestry comes from, because that's none of my business. For the most part, it never is my business. The only time I kind of want to know is if you actually have family ties to stuff. Like, I will pick on my own. I'm a Canadian here. I have a freelance minister who has ties to legitimate Nazis, like SS Nazis.
Wow.
I'm expected to turn a blind eye to that because, she's one of Trudeau's buddies. But, that is something where I'd want to know your ancestry just a little bit, because it's the reason why I might not vote for you. But who you have ties to when it comes to your skin tone is not the reason why I give a shit. If she had ties to Gandhi, I might give a shit, and then I'd be like, maybe not. No offense, but that's an Indian thing. You go back to India. No, I shouldn't say that. I like Indians. I wouldn't want to go to their country, but
I mean, but that, just because your ancestor is somebody famous or somebody notorious doesn't make it mean it's you. And I understand that. But my issue with her is she playing the race card heavy. That's she's a one-trick pony. Oh, I'm Indian.
No, she's got two tricks. The other one's on her knees, but she's got two tricks.
God damn it. Well,
Yeah, the other one's speaking in vowels.
God damn it. I was trying not to make the joke, but look, what she does when she's on her knees is what she does when she's on her knees, okay?
Actually, I'll consider she probably pulled more tricks than two, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty
gonna
sure
say
her knee
something, I'm
pads are
sorry.
special order.
No, it doesn't matter. It was like way back. At this point,
I'm sorry.
it's not pertinent
Sorry, Angela,
anymore.
wasn't trying to cut you off.
You
I'm
didn't
sorry,
cut me off. It's like I said, it's no big deal. We just passed the point where it's pertinent.
I mean, it's still, if you have something to say,
No.
damn it, one
Well,
day.
because it goes from there to actually getting involved in politics and holding prisoners past their release dates, illegally withholding exculpatory evidence from a defendant who ended up on death row so that you could keep her conviction record.
I was gonna say, as soon as a guy was on death row for crime he didn't commit, and she kept him there because it would fuck up her conviction record. That was
that right there should be you are disbarred, you're in federal prison for a while, and you are prohibited from any position of government trust in the U.S. because you just proved you can't be trusted.
One of the ones I will say I don't necessarily hold against her is the keeping the people in there past their potential parole date. Because what a lot of them don't realize as well is that, let's say someone is sentenced to serve, let's just say 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
But they stay in for that 5 years. They can't, when they get out, they cannot have that shit held against them. Like, they can't be like, oh, you have this. They can't take their gun rights away from them and everything. Like, quite literally, that shit can, they can have petition with ease to have it that anyone who goes to look at their record, they don't see that because they serve their time in full.
See, this is my thing with that. If you serve your time, if you say you got 10 years for whatever you got 10 years for, you should be in good standing. You've already been punished.
Oh yeah,
You're
that's
off punishment. You get all your rights back as a citizen in good standing.
That's the thing is if you have that to where you serve that full maximum sentence, the prison can get in trouble legally if they keep you there 1 minute past your release time. Like quite literally, if you are not like if you serve the whole time and you are said to be free to go as of this time, if they delay it, you can sue the prison.
Aren't they like leading you out at that point? Like you were being led to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like wrongful imprisonment.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, the thing with all of that, Rotten, is that it was not the prisoners making the decision to stay in. It was people that wanted to do the parole, and she's like, "No, you're staying in because we're using you for free labor.
Yes,
you're eligible.
That is wrong.
No, you don't. You don't get the choice."
Again, that, like you said, she should be disbarred. She should have been, denied.
That was like
anything.
that one thing that I had the response to when Mitch had that whole thing where they're like, she wasn't qualified to be VP. It's like, per all technical standards, she was qualified to be VP, if I'm aware of, per the Constitution. Same as she's technically qualified on that one. He's like, well, this isn't per the Constitution because it's like declaration of memes who shared. It's like, doesn't matter. Go after the shit of why she's not a vet, of like why she shouldn't be the candidate to begin with. This is the same shit I had to deal with Trump with people when they were like, well, Trump wasn't qualified. How? He's 35 years or older and a natural U.S. born citizen. How the fuck is he not qualified per what it is to be qualified?
Agreed.
And as far as experientially,
irrelevant because
no, I mean it's irrelevant from the constitutional standpoint, but a lot of people wanted to point to it as far as experientially. The fact that he was the executive of multiple companies, many of them very successful, makes him very well suited to be the head of an executive branch, unlike senators who notoriously make terrible presidents.
He's also worked on the international level for a very long time, which means that he's probably dealt with people that are just as difficult to deal with as the leaders.
Well, Angela had a point you were trying to make.
The entire point of how our governmental system works is because just because somebody hasn't done it before or somebody isn't as known as someone else doesn't mean they can't be president. It's literally any citizen of the United States has the potential to be president as long as they reach the proper age. And when I say citizen, I mean natural born citizen. I do not mean legalized citizen. I mean, in accordance with the Constitution, anyone who is of age, which I believe is 35, has
I'll go
potential to be president.
Presidential requirements are, let me see. Requirements.
I'll go a little farther. It's you notice the Constitution does not require any amount of legal training or qualifications or anything like that for a person who would serve on the Supreme Court.
I got a good, hold on. I got something good we can look up really quickly. Presidential occupations prior to being president. Because we've had generals, we've had lawyers, we've had people that weren't technically elected. I think we had a couple doctors officially. Presidential occupations prior to election.
Well, it's even like I had this conversation the other day. I know George Washington had his schooling in the military that he had, but he still came from the humble backgrounds of a farm.
All right. Okay. All right. Of the 46, we had 32 presidents had prior military experience. 9 were generals in the U.S. Army. 27 presidents were previous lawyers. 20 presidents were previously served as governors. 17 presidents were state governors. 9 were governors immediately before election to president. 2, William Henry Harrison and William Howard Taft served as territorial governors. 1, Andrew Jackson served as a military governor in the territory of Florida before it became a state. Andrew Johnson served in Tennessee during the Civil War. 18 presidents previously served as U.S. representatives. 6 of 18 held office prior to the 4 previous positions shown in this table. Only 1, James Garfield, was a representative immediately before election to president. Only Garfield and Abraham Lincoln served in no higher office than representative when elected president. Only John Quincy Adams served as U.S. representative after being president. Additionally, after being president, John Tyler served as the Provisional Confederate Congress, served in the Provisional Confederate Congress, and was later elected to Confederate House of Representatives, but he died before he could take the seat. 17 were previous U.S. senators. Only 3 immediately before election to president. Only 1, Andrew Johnson, served as the U.S. senator after his presidency. 15 had previously served as vice presidents. All except Richard Nixon and Joe Biden were vice president immediately before becoming president. 9 of the 15 succeeded to the presidency upon the death or, in one case, resignation of the elected president. 5 of those were not later elected. 9 presidents were out of office for at least 1 year immediately before election as president. 8 presidents previously served as cabinet secretaries. 6 is Secretary of State. 5 of the 8 immediately before election as president. 7 had previous experience in foreign services. 5 presidents never had been elected to public office before becoming president, with Zachary Taylor, Ulysses S. Grant, Herbert Hoover, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and Donald Trump. 5 taught at university: James A. Garfield, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. 2 presidents as party leaders of the House of Representatives: James A. Garfield and Gerald Ford. 1 president served as an ordained minister, serving as a pastor in the Disciples of Christ Church: James A. Garfield. 1 president served as Speaker of the House: James K. Polk. 1 president served as President pro tempore of the U.S. Senate: John Tyler. 1 president served as party leader in the U.S. Senate: Lyndon B. Johnson. 1 president served as President of the United States for 2 non-consecutive terms: Grover Cleveland. 1 president had a PhD: Woodrow Wilson. 1 president never had neither prior office nor military experience before becoming president: Donald Trump.
I turn around and say, once I start making money again, I may actually put aside money to run for president every year.
And all I can say is, damn, I missed it.
I'm going to turn around and my
Every now and then I get. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Caught that one.
Never mind.
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make the joke. Go ahead.
I'm going to turn around and say, they're going to ask me why I should be president. And I'm going to say, because I don't want to be president. But it is my job as a citizen who's been here long enough to make sure that there's someone on the ballot who knows what the president's job actually is, and is willing to just do that job. Even though it means that they're not actually going to be as responsible as people want to make the president out to be,
Mm-hmm.
and they're still going to have to take all of the responsibility for when the country fucks up.
Yeah.
So kind of the same reason Brian Herrera actually ran for Congress was he didn't want the job. He just didn't agree with what people were doing, like Tony Gonzalez was doing.
Well, for starters, I would expect Congress to actually do their job rather than saying we don't want to because we'll actually be responsible for the decisions we make.
I
How
mean,
radical of you.
Yeah, look at these jobs though. You know, planter, land surveyor, lawyer, farmer, planter, lawyer, land surveyor, architect, planter, lawyer, military officer, lawyer, military, lawyer, planter, military, lawyer, land surveyor,
I didn't even
tailor.
look at what their fucking jobs were. When you were like, look at their jobs, and I saw fucking George Washington, I just saw where he was from, and I was like, job, Virginian. That sounds about right.
You know, ordained minister, lawyer, teacher, tariff collector.
It's like some of those first ones, like job. It's like Virginian. Massachusetts.
You know, again, court reporter, you know, historian, public servant, naturalist, military officer, policeman, rancher. Fucking love Teddy. Lawyer, dean, academic, so he was a scholar, journalist, publisher. Like, look at all these. This here proved that anybody can be the leader if they want to be the. If you can feel you can run and step up, you can do that. Again, farmer, naval officer, actor, Screen Actor Guild president, businessman, naval navigator. Like, look at. I mean, come on. Lawyer. But look at this. Like, these are everyman jobs. I mean, not everyman jobs, but still.
I was going to say, I don't think you can
except
really
the lawyer one.
Well, I don't think you can really say that about Reagan. Not everybody gets to be the president of the Screen Actors Guild.
Well, yeah. Oh, God. Does that mean Fran Drescher can one day become president?
She was born in the United States, right?
I believe so.
The answer to that question is yes. Then yes, Fran Drescher could become president.
Let's look it up.
This one's forgotten.
Hold on. Yep, New York City.
Well, there you go. Fran Drescher for president, y'all.
I don't want Fran Drescher for president.
Yeah, she'd have to do those addressing speeches, and
she'd have to bring her doll, her prayer doll.
Want Fran Drescher's voice for president.
I'd go to war with us at that point.
I don't want Kamala's voice for president either. So,
all right,
if Eccles is bad enough.
Look, this is if I have to choose an actress as president, Faruka. God damn it!
Fairuza Balk.
Yeah, Fairuza Balk.
I could go for Kevin
You
Sorbo.
never say her name right, and it drives me nuts.
I can't never spell her name right either. I just type in the craft.
I
just type in the craft and go from there. This she'll make a wonderful president. Look at that. She had that scary face look that will terrify everybody.
Buffering.
This face will cow our enemies into a false sense of, dear God, don't fuck with us, because she'll eat you. You know, so I wouldn't fuck with her. All right, Angel, I got 3 articles.
Yep.
Since we have this Afro site, We'll do it in a sandwich. We'll do white woman first, then Comic-Con, and then delete.
Okay, white woman first.
Yep. And again, I think this site is
retarded.
What the what did you just read, Tier?
Can y'all see it?
Yep.
What did I just read?
This is from the I told you. I think I found something as just as worse as fucking Medium.
Dear white women, white babies are white supremacy. Your potential to contribute to society extends far beyond the walls of your home. White women are key to ending white privilege, and we count on their partnership to help achieve full equality. In our society, the expectation to have children is ordained by the system and can be overwhelming. But have you noticed something? Those expectations fall squarely on white women in middle to upper class communities. So let me tell you something that we all feel, but few have dared to speaking up about. When we see a white woman with a white baby, we see the perpetuation of white supremacy. It scares us on existential levels. White babies
Sit on a Lego.
White babies make us feel unwelcome and like our beautiful children of color will never have opportunities or a dignified future. You were saying
Pause. Yeah, I was gonna say I want to make sure you finish the
paragraph.
No, it is not the B.
First. For one, maybe if these people actually raise their children to be decent, contributing members to society, and also didn't just get an abortion instead. Like it's either if they either get an abortion or they don't raise their kids properly because reasons usually.
I don't take advice from people who, in a couple of sentences, have let me know that actually they are the racists. And the minute you let me know, I no longer give a shit what color you are. You're just a fucking racist. Go fuck yourself.
Well, my thing is that people will watch this show know that the number of Black and Latino people who get abortions is far above the number of white people who get abortions.
Yep.
So basically what they're saying is they want the human race to die out.
Yep.
Volunteer human extinction movement. Those expectations squarely fall on white women of middle to upper class communities. Well, if you didn't stop killing your own kids at a rate that exceeds the birth rate, then you wouldn't have this, you wouldn't have that same concern.
Existential fear.
That Will, they're trying to say, and it's the only other logical conclusion I can come to, which is absolutely retarded as well, that they're trying to say that these women should be banging the Black men that they claim aren't liking them instead of banging their husbands and then having those husbands that are of higher middle class or whatnot raise those people's kids.
I'm sure they're going to get there.
Then they're going to be pissed that these Black men are dating white women.
I was going to say, they are either saying they want the human race to die out, or they want white people to start dating Black and Latino men. Either way, they complain that the white women are stealing all of their men.
Yeah, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. Yeah, feel unwelcome and like our beautiful children of color will never have opportunities or a dignified future. Let me tell you something. If your children have neither opportunities nor a dignified future, you're the reason why. It's not what other people are doing. It's you that is keeping your children from having opportunities and a dignified future.
Yep.
Go on, Andrew. Go on. It gets better.
Not, upper middle class white lady, okay, I gotta do this right. Believe it or not, upper middle class white lady, the purpose of being a woman is more than just having McMansion and what the hell is a McMansion?
It's just
Having
a
a
mansion.
McMansion and squirting babies into it. Women can and should seek fulfillment beyond the traditional roles of wife and mother. Your potential to contribute to society extends far beyond the walls of your home. I'm sorry, do they want us to live in Brave New World? Are babies supposed to be conceived in, like, weird
Cubes.
pod things?
It gets better, Angela.
Why is it so hard for white women to break free from privilege and understand that? Consider the environmental impact of another Timmy and Karen running around. Each new baby contributes to... Oh my freaking... contributes to significant consumption of resources in an already overburdened planet. Our society is grappling with climate change, resource depletion, and environmental degradation. By choosing to have fewer children or none at all, you can reduce your carbon footprint and help create more sustainable future for all of us.
So not having babies helps climate change.
I got a better point. Since they want to go through and say that, by them bringing it in here and is not making it sustainable for the planet and everything, kill yourself.
Damn.
You are already taking over resources and everything else and complain. You will take more resources now than those children do. If you want to be part of the solution, actually be part of the solution. Don't be a bitch about it.
You're going in the wrong direction, the opposite direction of where they're going to go next. Because their next thing is going to be kill all the old white people.
Now, here's
if you're going to have a bunch of little white babies, then kill all of the old white people. That's going to be their next step.
That paragraph there, I came to realization. This article here is what happens when every member of the special class gets a job in the same place, and it happens to be in journalism.
Oh.
I didn't have anybody replace James Colley. Elder, James Colley is not replaced. Like, no one replaces James. He's a permanent fixture on my show. He just can't do the show tonight.
No, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. All right.
Yeah.
You are by the
and
normalize not having.
I'm on the social implications.
Yes.
And the social implications, the current demographic trends reinforce existing power structures. White privilege and systematic racism are perpetuated when the majority population continues to grow without significant changes in the status quo. You are expected to actively participate in dismantling these oppressive systems.
Oh, get fucked, bud.
I have no expectations to that end. And
that's fucking James.
And you have no right to have any expectations of me.
Oh man, you bastard!
That's
Reflect
debatable.
on the reasons behind your desire for children. Is it driven by genuine longing, or is it influenced by societal pressure and expectation? Ask yourself what kind of world you want to contribute to and how your choices align with those values. Investing in existing children, particularly those from marginalized communities, can be incredibly fulfilling and impactful. Also known as, I want you to give me your money for my kid, and then I'll use it to go get my nails did.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
They want their own. They want their own McMansions, whatever the fuck that is.
No, they literally want to turn around and be able to go get their hair and nails did, so they can get a new baby daddy for the next baby.
That or they're wanting to take the money they already had to be able to do that, and then basically you support their child and give them money.
Yes, that's what they want. Yes, give them money and support their kid, that they didn't want.
Mentorship, fostering adoption, or simply supporting organizations that work with disadvantaged youth can make a substantial difference. By redirecting your resources and energy that otherwise would have gone into creating even more privilege, you can help level the playing field and create opportunities for the folks who need them most right now.
Has this lady ever seen how badly they rag on white people for adopting kids of color?
I don't think that she has, or they have.
Okay. Almost done with this stupid ass article.
Sorry, Angie.
I'm sorry. The decision to bring more babies into the world has far-reaching consequences no matter your race. But white women are key to ending white privilege, and we count on their partnership to help achieve full equality. So, blah, blah. So you see, white woman, closing your legs for just a little bit is the only possible path forward for a future of peace and happiness for all. P.S. Support great journalism of color by buying our swag.
One, journalists aren't real people and they need to be bullied more too. While you keep saying white women need to close their legs, maybe you should stop introducing your ankles to your ears.
Thank
God damn it, Ryden.
I was really, really close to saying something similar. Thank you for not making me be so crass.
It's true. But damn it, Ryden.
Look, that just goes in general for a lot of women. Like, I have no problem if women are taking women or the guys that are into that having their ankles introduced to their ears. Just wear protection. That way you don't have make the likelihood of an abortion having to happen. Less likely to happen. Jesus Christ, sorry.
So I found this. I was listening to an Endymion do one of his episodes. The guy named YouTuber named Endymion, and he was talking about the Afro when he found this article about, I think, Yasuke, and he pulled up that very article about dear white women, and I just started reading shit. And I was like, yeah.
I mean,
this is just as bad as Medium.
The Yasuke one is the fact, like, the guy who released the book on it kept editing the fucking Wikipedia article to
his fan fiction
corroborate his fucking book.
No, it's not. His fan fiction.
Yeah, his book, which is fan fiction.
That's going to look. I don't care about, if you want to promote your OC, go right ahead. Promote your OC.
Just be honest about it.
Exactly.
What's an OC?
I take all the fun out of it.
Original content
or original character, depending on the context.
Okay.
Not always Orange County.
But
that's not even making a dig at Angela. She lives in California, so she could genuinely think we're talking about Orange County. We're just not saying OCC, then it would be Orange County Choppers, which I've actually met them. Not bad dudes from the initial meeting.
But if you want to promote your OC, you want to just market it as fiction, and I'm pretty sure there'll be enough racists to eat that shit up. Look at it now. Enough racists are eating that shit up. And it's about to destroy a company. Well, that's probably the last nail in that coffin for that company anyway.
Well, really, completely, off tangent. Did y'all hear about the Olympic guy who lost the pole vault because of his hoo-ha?
His what?
Yeah, hit it with his wee-wee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. he sacked himself.
He hit the pole with his wang going over.
Ouch.
Oh.
Either he has the worst luck, well, either way, he has the worst luck, or just apparently boy be packing.
No, that's exactly the problem. He had not properly put it away, and he is very well endowed.
I mean, being in France, he's gonna be getting hit up by a couple of them French women.
Or French
Well,
men.
he is
You never know.
So.
Oh, he's gonna be getting hit up by a lot of people then.
Ooh la oui oui. C'est la vie. All right, Angela. The San Diego come. Yes, ma'am. Let me pull it up really quickly. Share screen.
Just tell me when.
All right, I'm ready.
14 arrested in human trafficking sting at San Diego Comic-Con. 14 people were arrested as a result of a human trafficking sting at San Diego Comic-Con. California Attorney General Rob Bonta said Wednesday. The California Department of Justice's San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force conducted the sting from Thursday to Saturday at the Comic Book and Pop Culture Convention in downtown San Diego. A news release from Bonta's office stated. Law enforcement personnel posed as sex buyers to identify and contact potential trafficking victims and arrest their traffickers. According to the Attorney General's office, they also posted undercover ads soliciting sex in order to arrest buyers. Authorities arrested 14 alleged sex buyers and recovered 10 potential victims, including a 16-year-old, the release stated. Child welfare services and other service advocates were present to provide support to the victims. Unfortunately, sex traffickers capitalize on large-scale events such as Comic-Con to exploit their victims for profit, Bonta is quoted as saying in the release. These arrests send a clear message to potential offenders that their criminal behavior will not be tolerated. We are grateful to all our dedicated partners involved in the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force, whose collaboration has been invaluable. There is no more insidious crime than human trafficking, San Diego County Sheriff Kelly Martinez said. The coercion and violence which enslaves people for profit and places them into forced labor or sex is criminal. As the sheriff, I support the efforts of all our justice partners in holding predators accountable. The San Diego Police Department is a proud member of the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force, added San Diego Police Chief Scott Wall. Working together, teams identified and arrested more than a dozen individuals participating in these illegal acts in our city over the weekend.
Can we do this the better way instead of doing the whole thing of being like, we arrested them and this is going to show others that not to do this? Can we just start executing them in the streets again? I mean, that sends a hell of a bigger message when it's like, hey, these people were sex trafficking, women, other people. It's like men, children. Yeah, you do this, you're going to die.
Well, this is covering one side of human trafficking that happens at Comic-Con. It's not addressing the number of people who disappear at Comic-Con.
I mean, right, and I've still got to push for due process.
I'm saying that if they're caught blatantly in the act, basically doing that to where it's undeniable, public execution. I say bring them back.
Oh, I'm all for the public execution, but still have the trial. If we don't follow the process for the worst of us, we're not going to protect it for the best of us.
God damn it, James.
I know it's a different topic, but I had an idea for a game today that would have been kind of perfect for this.
Kill the pedophile?
God
Kinda.
damn it!
Kinda. It's in a different context, and I admit I am blatantly stealing this from the SCP people because they had a brilliant video today where they were mocking the furries, and they created a scenario where it was a furry apocalypse, and I was like, "That's amazing! You just gave a lot of people an excuse to just shoot a bunch of furries." And so I was like, that video game, in two ways. You could totally do that. One end is actually going after furries, and you can also feed into the furries and let them try to go after you too. It'd be an amazing game. Just saying.
I mean, from what I've seen, most people aren't going to have really issues with furries other than thinking they're weird. It's predominantly once you get to the actual zoo files that people have a problem with them.
That's pretty much it.
Because while they occasionally overlap, they don't always overlap.
That's kind of what I wanted to leave the option of letting some of the furries have fun with it too.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you can yiff if you want to yiff. As long as you yiff your people that want to yiff, you can yiff all the way into the darkness abyss. But when you yiff something that doesn't want to be yiff and it's an animal, yeah, you gotta die.
Responsible yiffing only on this show. You heard it first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
yiff responsibly.
Here,
That was oh sorry.
Yes.
how dare you?
What?
How absolutely dare you? You brought in an article that the reading of which has content to actually make me like something Banta has done.
I didn't. This is Angela. Angela did it.
I did this article.
Which one?
Well, I'm still going to blame Tier because he approved it for the show.
Wait, which
God
article?
damn it.
I submitted the Comic-Con article for
Oh.
2 reasons. Number 1, I didn't get to go to Comic-Con because my back was too fucked up, so I didn't even get to ghost outside. 2, like I said, Comic-Con is well known for people actually just disappearing there.
Large crowds.
Children, women, men.
All sides.
Yeah, literally, they'll just human traffickers tend to use Comic-Con to
As a feeding ground.
Oh yeah, any type of large gathering like that is I hate to say in a lot of cases, but like a prime target because there's a lot of people who are going to have their guard down.
people will have
Yeah.
their guard down. People will
Get drunk.
it's so crowded and so loud, people won't notice that somebody who's screaming is actually screaming because they're in danger.
Yeah, and
People
you
get
might not
drunk.
notice right away
You don't.
because of the press of the crowds and everything, somebody missing from your group.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
you would think you would assume it's like part of a skit or something. Like people do that type of shit. I don't know. Like this, I don't like crowds to begin with.
Either.
Because shit like
Comic-Con is one of the few situations where I will deal with a crowd because I do enjoy Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's basically like conventions and some concerts is when I don't mind being around crowds. Otherwise, I'm like, there are far too many fucking people around me.
I
Yeah, it's like,
remember.
why
I'd like
do
to
this
try it. I
many
just don't know if I
people
could bring
exist?
myself to.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
even when you go, you're kind of bitter about it. You're like, I know we all want to have fun here, but can some of you just go home?
Well,
The only other one I could probably go to would be SHOT Show.
William.
Okay. Okay, give me a moment because I got to do this one properly.
Okay.
You can yiff if you want to. You can leave your friends behind because your friends don't yiff. And if they don't yiff, then they're no friends of mine.
No.
What?
Yeah, Senior
No.
Campbell. If you're gonna go with this, at least make sure you get the fucking parody right.
Well, then
Goddamn. Put the
you do it,
effort
then.
in.
Then you do
No,
it,
I'm not
Rob.
talking to Will. I said Senior Campbell.
Oh,
I didn't say anything against Will.
well, clip that.
You see, Tier, if you would actually, close your mouth and clean the shit out of your ears, you'd hear better.
Well, I can't help it. Someone's jiffing me.
Get the car key out of here.
Well, then stop doing that
Ew.
consensually. Jesus Christ.
Tier, I gotta tell you something.
Not on stream.
No, Tier, you gotta understand. Nobody's jiffing you. That's just Kefk rolling over on you. You know?
Oh God, she's on my bones again. Oh God.
Yeah, you're kind of still in that Cheeto box, so you know every time she eats or takes a nap in there, sometimes she rolls over on your bones because it's kind of like a back scratch for a ferret.
Oh God. That is kick. Everybody has high tech goggles on and shit. He just pulls out his gun.
And he got the silver medal.
And I know while everyone's also being like, I can't believe the Americans didn't win anything in shooting. We did get gold in shotgun.
Yeah, shit. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. The boxing match between the Turkish and the Italian girl.
The one that's actually a woman that has the weird fucking genetic thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if they were going to ban her, they should have just outright banned her and whatnot. Like, I'm tired of the stupidity of it anymore.
What I'm tired of.
I care less about that one than I do about the motherfuckers who were going through and getting pissed at Kyle Rittenhouse. Who's like, I'm going to write in Rand Paul. And a bunch of people that were fans of that are huge Trump supporters, like Cat, are like, how dare you? We supported you. And it's just like, yes, and you supported him for the right reasons. And if he chooses to do something else, you're supposed to say, hey, I supported you because on my principles, you were in the right. We just disagree on this.
I mean, again,
and apparently they bullied him into saying that he's going to vote for Trump now. So they're a bunch of fucking pricks, and they're not any better than the left to me anymore.
Okay, I have to say two things. He should have never said what he said. If you're going to vote for Rand Paul, just vote for fucking Rand Paul. And again, on the opposite side of that token, they shouldn't have okay, you want to waste your vote or you want to write in the candidate. That's on you. It's all good. We don't agree with it, but hey, it's your vote. You do you with your vote. At least you're not voting for Kamala. And they shouldn't have bullied him and he shouldn't back down.
Yeah, in the words of Tyler, the Creator, I don't have the thing of it, but it's like, how is cyberbullying real? Close your eyes. Just walk away from the computer. I'm pretty sure he has an N-word sprinkled in there somewhere. I may not agree with that man on everything, or I should say morally on his music. I'm just not the biggest fan of it.
Right.
And that when it comes to some of the shit he says, I can't help but like the dude.
Right. I do believe I told you have a nigga pass.
Yeah, but I can't remember where he put it, so I just be throwing it anywhere. And you can't just be using the word nigga like a comma. The word fuck is used like a comma. Get it right.
You're right.
Wow.
I'm a stupid nigga, so it's just how shit roll. Ah, man, but them bullying him literally made no fucking sense. Our movement is based around,
jealousy?
No, not jealousy. Our movement is based around liberty and free association.
Yeah.
We don't shun people unless they should be shunned.
Whose movement?
The rights movement.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit over here in this corner right now and let you guys do your thing.
No, we're just having a conversation, Angela.
Hey, listen, you being here means that we are technically not in a box and we have an opposing voice. So,
I mean, Tier's the one saying that he's predominantly on the right. I'm just saying the ones that were doing that were fucking jackasses.
They're
and if
fucking
Kyle wants,
retards.
And if Kyle wants to write in Rand Paul still afterwards and just give him fucking mouth service because he's like, I don't want to fucking deal with this anymore. That's fine by me.
More power to him.
Yeah, more power to him. Again,
it is nobody's business.
It should never got to that point.
Well,
there's
my whole thing in this,
and that's.
I'll say my whole thing is, and I'm not saying this against who he's voting for, but it's that whole thing of we were all young and dumb at some point. We have to be free to express that. Some of us are still old.
I have one
dumb.
better for you. remember back in the last couple of but before Obama got elected, who you voted for was your business. You didn't tell people who you voted for. It wasn't something brought up in polite conversation. You know, you didn't talk about politics. You didn't talk about religion. You didn't talk about politics.
It really didn't become heated until they started going after Chris Pratt because of his association with the church, which, from what I've heard him say, he's never really gone to.
I can tell you what I remember, though. I remember the 21st of September.
Yeah.
Do you remember the 21st day of September?
Yeah.
What? For goodness sake, man! Have some self-respect!
Why start now?
What just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, Will played something from something or other of like saying, have some self-respect. And it's like, no. Like,
I start now.
Being dumb and whatnot. That's like, okay, I was able to take the at work we have basically like one of those things that will do the saran wraps or saran wrap box. It's like a skin and whatnot, so it stays together. And you have that like 1.5 foot cardboard core. And I was actually able to throw that fucker probably like 20 yards. I don't think it was actually 30 and make it in the fucking trash compactor.
Nice.
So, I mean, it's a wide berth of what it's got to hit in there, but still, like the last time I missed it by like fucking 10 feet.
That's still a good throw.
And I let out a very, very loud and audible yeah. Of course, with the lower fist pump where you're going downwards with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got to be free to just do dumb shit occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing with Kyle. I supported Kyle, and I supported Kyle for one very simple reason.
It was a clear-cut case of
Kid
self-defense.
was innocent beyond any question, indisputably, undeniably. Even a moron could see he was clearly innocent.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one for how many people still think he shot black people.
I said even a moron could, not that every moron and sub-moron did.
I mean, you're saying a moron could, and they're proving in that whole situation that a moron couldn't.
There were some morons that supported him too. The thing is, at the end of it, he doesn't owe me anything for that. I recognize the fact that he was innocent. If I wanted to say he owes me anything for that, it would be if I suddenly get charged with a crime for which I am clearly and obviously innocent, for him to reciprocate if it comes to his awareness and say, hey, this guy's innocent. He doesn't owe me anything politically. He doesn't owe me anything as far as supporting and liking people I like and support. He doesn't owe me anything as far as taste in music. He doesn't owe me a beer or a meal. I asked that he doesn't stab me in the back. But apart from that, I was like, hey, dude, you do you. You were innocent. You got acquitted because you were innocent. I supported you because you were innocent. I still get involved in conversations and defend his name because he's innocent.
Uh-huh.
Trump defended him because he's innocent. He doesn't owe Trump any more than he owes me.
It's kind of how I feel about Johnny Depp. Like, I have several feelings. One, he's a celebrity, so I rarely, if ever, give a flying fuck about what a celebrity is doing in their own private life. Never been my business, never will be my business, still don't care about that shit. Do I like him as a person? No. I actually think his politics kind of make him a little bit wonky, and he should lay off the drugs. However, what happened with him and Amber was an absolute bullshit case, and I wanted it to be called out for several reasons, because a lot of times that system gets abused to attack men who are innocent of anything. And it should have just been a divorce, and they should have gone their own way, split their money fairly, and just pissed off.
Yeah.
So when I supported him, I supported him for that reason only. And any other reason, I don't know the guy. I don't agree with him on a shit ton of things, and I think he has a drug problem. Like, go clean yourself up, maybe remarry your French wife because at least she loved you and gave you some beautiful kids, and have a happy life, sir. Stop chasing thoughts.
I'm hoping he gets a handle on that drug problem, or has gotten a handle on that drug problem.
It's not said without sympathy. It's just like he's a celebrity, like I'm not surprised by that shit. It's none of my business either. Outside of the fact that they should be prosecuting them. I'm sorry. If any of us was caught with as many drugs, we wouldn't see the light of day.
Well, I mean, Amber needs to be in an Australian prison for what she did with the dogs there, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
look, I don't agree with Johnny's politics. I don't. But, like you said, I stood with him when he was fighting with Amber Heard.
Yeah, when they showed the actual evidence of it, we followed what the evidence was, not just...
Yeah.
Right.
Again, I don't support his politics because at one point he said, I honestly gave serious thought. When was the last time an actor killed, a president or assassinated a president? He was there on that stage when Madonna said, I seriously contemplate blowing up the White House. He was there and he supported that shit. So I don't agree with his politics, but that being said, if you're in the right, you're in the right.
Yeah. It is the whole point of the justice system, both on civil trials and criminal trials. I don't have to like you. I don't have to agree with you. If the law is on your side, if you're in the right, I should, as far as that goes, support and defend you.
Kind of like one of my favorite ones in that is a convicted felon who ended up, I think it was killing a couple officers, but it's when they did a no-knock raid, and he wasn't, I think he was convicted of the gun charge, but they were trying to go after him, saying no, he should go to prison, like he should get life or whatnot for killing these officers, and like even the Supreme Court was like, no, he was out of prison and everything. He had a right to defend himself. You did a no-knock raid. Like any sensible person in a no-knock, it's like when someone breaks in their house is going to defend themselves if they have the means.
Yeah. It's like I was listening to Ruin Leon and the woman that just got killed by the cop when she threw the water on him or threw the boiling water on him. And
he didn't even throw the water.
Yeah, but in that situation, the cop, started that shit.
Yeah, there's a few things with that. I basically have got to get the body cam on that, put it on my biggest screen, and take it frame by frame because I've been getting some very interesting takes from lawyers that I follow.
Yeah, what's his name? Nate the lawyer. Yeah.
I haven't even gotten to Nate the lawyer's. I think I may have seen it once, but more recently, John Bryant and Andrew Branca.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot, it boils down to Wow.
Do I have a rim shot?
That was not deliberate or anything. It boils down to really the question of if she tried to throw the pot of water at him before or made any kind of threatening move with the pot of water before he started pulling his gun and talking about shooting her in the face. You got to ask the question of who the initial aggressor was. And the one thing that John Bryant pointed out is, and I've got to see it on a bigger screen because he says he's got a screenshot of the frame. It's when the officer pulls out the gun and says he's going to shoot her in the face. The pot's in the sink, her back's to it, and her hands are empty. And if that's the case, it is murder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the second cam is showing.
But the flip side is, if she had the pot of boiling water in her hands and actually did act as if she was going to throw it at the officer before the gun came out and continued with that kind of motion, or came up under the counter with the pot still in her hands and everything, the way one of the sets of screenshots showed, then you have a potential argument for the police officer acting in self-defense, because if a police officer is invited into a house, they don't give up their rights to self-defense if the owner of the house suddenly
thank you, James,
unlawfully against them. But I've got to see that one from John Bryan again and see the details on it, because if you've got, it seems very much like the police officer just decided he's gonna shoot her, and he gets all aggressive and everything. If that's the case, it is murder every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Well, I think we need somewhat of a thing to calm us down and whatnot. So here's a joke for you. What happened to the cannibal who showed up late to the Halloween dinner?
What happened to him?
They gave him the cold shoulder.
Boo, get off the stage. All right, Angela, read the last one that said delete.
I still like this one that I changed up so it could go. It's like for anyone who actually heard Noir Bar the other night could get this one, but I'll use this one. So I came across this review site, and this one review just stuck out in particular, and it said, really great S&M place, and biggest thing is, if you're new to this, you don't show up on Thursday nights for this S&M club, because on Thursday nights a couple of memes show up, or not memes, I'm sorry, a couple of mimes show up, and they do unspeakable things.
Oh boy.
You're trying to give me a headache, aren't you?
No, ma'am, I'm not trying to give you anything. I just found some stuff and I was going to read.
Otherwise, if you want to go something that's not joke related and whatnot, it's the annoyance of, like, I go hang out with my folks. I'm like, okay, I have to replace my air filter on my truck and the light bulbs for my license plate so they can be viewed. Air filter, no problem. What was supposed to be a 5-minute job and changing 2 light bulbs took me like an hour. Fucking shitty ass hardware. They got rusted and stripped.
Wait a minute. There was. I don't think I showed you guys this one. So hold on, Angela. I'll give you time to breathe and relax.
I mean, on that point,
yourself.
If Trump wins, that they're going to have to take their own life. My question would be, what's stopping you now?
Wait a minute. I'll give Angela a few seconds to take a breath and prepare and
Will's
pray.
Meme helped.
Say, Angela, if you're going to slam that Xanax, now's the time.
I do not have any, unfortunately.
I could share, but you're kind of far away.
Oh, just a little bit. I'm all set. Let's do this.
I'm pretty sure sending.
But you're so far away.
Technically illegal.
Do you have the article up yet?
No. I'll play the video really quick. Then I'll switch to the article. Do y'all remember this lovely lady here?
No. Who is that? Oh, is
this
that
TMaxi? I've seen that one.
Who is that?
Remember the one chick that complained that her egg Benedict, she took pictures of her egg Benedict.
Oh God, yeah. Never mind.
Well, she's back, and she's from she got a new one. Let's watch this.
Excuse me?
Can y'all hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
I love y'all too.
New dish. I think it got cold when I was taking photos. I take this back. You got dish 30 minutes ago. I'm a TikToker, so I was just taking videos, but it's cold now. Hey, please get another round. I'm not gonna eat this one. I don't want this dish. I was putting my phone over it. It's just like not edible. You're gonna have to charge you for another one. It doesn't matter if you're a TikToker. You're a normal person like everyone else. How am I a normal person if I'm a TikToker? Just contradicting yourself at this point. How's that our problem? Okay, I'll just get the same thing.
What did you say, Angela?
No, play the stupid video.
Okay.
Sure, but I'm charging him the new one. But I'm not paying for 2 dishes. I'm just gonna pay for 1. And you can take this back, and then I'll have it. First of all, you ordered like 10 dishes. I hear you on that, but I'll just get the same thing that I got, just like a new dish.
And that's when you call the cop.
I'm asking you very nicely. I don't know why. Very nicely. I'm sure you don't know why. I actually don't know who you are. No normal person that's who I am would ever talk to me like this. I don't know what makes you think that I would eat cold food. This is very weird for a restaurant. Excuse me? Please.
Because I don't give a shit. I
You
still
know
like the
what?
one where it shows the black guy where he ate majority of the food then tried to send it back, and the waitress is quite literally, he's like, because he's like, it's some chicken wings. He's like, well, there's still some chicken on there, and she quite literally says to him, we can't serve this to anyone else. You already ate it.
Really?
You know why I would think you would eat cold food? Because you let your food get cold, bitch.
Yeah. Honestly,
I stand by what I said. I would have just proceeded to go call the cops and be like, okay, well, you don't want to listen, so and clearly you have a thing with authorities, so let's call a cop, because that's refusal to pay for a meal.
yep. She is trying to dine and dash.
Oh, I got one if we want a bit of a cleanser before we go to that next one.
All right. Let me pop it up.
So,
What's the dumbest thing you've ever spent money on?
I
thought you loved Snorlax.
Ah! Snorlax! You said on my degree. It's not even paid off yet.
Wait a minute. I got another one. Wait a minute. This one I found a couple hours ago, and this shit made me laugh hard. Shorts. No,
Shouldn't we save one for after the ridiculousness I'm gonna read?
Oh, okay. That's good too. You're right. I'll just have it in the wings. Share screen.
So I got one we can use for after that as well.
Understand that I am all for this person proceeding with their plan. If
basically Angela's kind of in the same thing I am. Why wait?
If Trump wins, I will have no choice but to take my own life. Trump's
always got another choice.
Trump's school shooter style manifesto, Project 2025, spells mass murder of basic human rights. Your decision at the ballot box has life and death consequences for queers like me. Thank you for making me say that. This is by Anonymous X. As I watched the presidential debate last week, a wave of dread swept over me and reduced me to a puddle of tears. The reality of
Realized how useless Biden actually was.
The reality of our political climate has finally hit home. A convicted felon and rapist, a man who said that Nazis are very fine people, a man who has promised to destroy America as we know it with his Hitler-esque Project 2025, which I really need to find that so that I can see what it says, is going to become...
Last I knew, Project 2025 wasn't his, and some of those statements are actually actionable defamation.
Yep.
Is going to become president of the United States. When that happens, I will take my own life. I don't know how exactly, but the alternative is too horrifying to even contemplate.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I want to say something. She acts like he will be voted in for 4 years. 4 years of your life you can do on your head. You act like he's going to have Hitler-esque death camps for everybody he doesn't like.
They said that before too.
Yes.
Some people actually believe that crazy shit, though. Listen to Jack. Jack had that friend that literally thought that Trump was going to be sweeping the streets looking to take him away to a concentration camp for days.
Yeah,
remember,
but you don't blame for their delusions.
Remember Jennifer, I want to say, I forget her last name, the black woman that said he's going to, walk in, first day he's going to walk in, he's going to get all the generals together, he's going to smash the U.S. Constitution, the glass to keep the U.S. Constitution, he's just going to tear it up, declare himself king for life.
I still got to go with this one. Like, I did 12 years in the United States Air Force, so I was in the military where quite literally if I didn't show up to work, they could have just said, hey, by the way, straight to jail.
Yeah. Different world.
And the thing is that the Constitution is protected by people who actually would shoot the president if he tried to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, some way, they don't make the connection that that's both authoritarian and fascist.
But they forget one key point. There are checks and balances to keep all this shit going.
Like, take into account that fascism changes with them all the time. Like, they lower and raise the bar of what that actually means. Kind of like why I tried my best to call out the insurrection bullshit. And I'm so glad that Andrew, reamed the shit out of death with that one. Because they don't know what an insurrection fucking is.
Jennifer Lewis, that's her name.
They also
don't.
This big one, Jen, and that's you're not supposed to go full retard.
Never go full retard.
They do brainwash themselves with this stuff though. Like you'll see that person who'll tell you that the only person they watch is Rachel, and you're like, Rachel? Oh, MSNBC. Oh dear God, really? Nothing else? Oh.
You mean the person whose legal defense against defamation affirmed as a matter of law in court is that no reasonable person could take any of her statements as factual rather than opinion?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've seen people state that online and just been like, yeah, you're the reason we're having problems. It's no longer about not letting women vote. It's really about not letting people who you really have to have explored both sides before I'm willing to take you seriously. And here's the thing, none of you could take me seriously because I couldn't vote for your guy anyway. Only from my side, I could be like, I cheer for you. Good luck. I got my own problems up here because my guy, I'm a little bit worried that my guy is going to either pull a France or a Venezuela.
More like the Venezuela.
No, just saying. Once you let him in, it's harder to get rid of him.
You can vote him in, but you're gonna have to fight your way out.
On the other hand, though, Batman did point something out with them. If you can hold back from actually doing the right thing, even though it's so tempting to do, he's not wrong, because that's also part of their manifesto. Don't give them a reason to call martial law on you.
Oh yeah, if you give them a power in an emergency, they will make emergencies to claim power.
Yes. All right, Angel, sorry.
I was wondering when you would remember that there was an article.
We don't.
I haven't forgotten. It's still in front of me.
That's okay. I love this. I get to start with a sentence fragment that begins with a conjunction.
You are way better at English than I am.
Because I am queer and
what's your function?
Stop interrupting her.
Because I am queer. Okay. Because I am queer and disabled. End of sentence. These identifiers aren't just labels. And by the way, that is not a complete sentence. These identifiers aren't just labels. They are integral parts of who I am.
No, they're not.
And they are targets. When Trump wins, my very existence will be threatened, my rights trampled upon, and my life reduced to a fate worse than death. The prospect of enduring another term under an administration that dehumanizes people like me is unbearable. You are
I have a small question.
so stupid. Oh,
Wait a minute,
I'm disabled. I did far better under Trump's 4 years than I've done under Biden's.
I got a small, tiny, insignificant question. What rights did you lose under Trump?
None.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you lost nothing. Nothing happened. I mean, the pandemic happened, but that's not his fault. You know,
again, no, the steps that he took that could have been effective against it were used as weapons against him.
Hold on. Angela said something. She couldn't hear her.
I said, didn't you realize he could call pestilence?
I forgot he was in control of all 4 horsemen. Because clearly he's called pestilence first. Now he's calling war. Now what next? Famine?
Death? But what did you expect from God Emperor Trump?
I'm sorry.
The bad part is they're the only people that think that about him.
Pretty much. None of us do. I mean the shit out of him because he's hilarious.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like he's actually that pro. He's the more pro-gun of the 2 candidates, but he's not even pro-gun.
The other
probably
thing
even less so now.
Well,
Sorry.
The other thing that... Well, no, you're good. I just bring this up all the time because once upon a time I imagined that somebody picked up the insurrection thing. But one of the other things that I would like one of these really retarded lefties to do is to pull up the scene of Hitler Anywhere doing a speech where he sounded like he was talking to WWF fans. Ever. Because he's fucking German. Like, I know he was charismatic. I know that's what he was trying to do to pull in the crowd.
Hold on, I got something I want to show y'all really quick. I want y'all to remember this. Hopefully I can find this picture. Let me see. Biden speech.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to remember this. I'm going to remind you.
How about
remember this?
While she's looking, or no, while you're looking that up, Tier, let's have Angela continue on with.
Go ahead, Angela.
Thank you. I am also angry at myself. I should have known earlier. Living in a country where my rights hinge on the decisions of 2 white men is suffocating. Joe Biden is indifferent to the queer plight, neither a staunch ally nor an outright enemy. Donald Trump, of course, has made his policies of hate and bigotry clear. His rhetoric, his policies, and the fervor of his supporters all signal a clear and present danger to queer lives.
All right, so wait a minute. The one side wants to be left alone. You can do shit in your sandbox. Just don't force everybody else to deal with your bullshit. One side wants that. The other side wants to turn you into like this sacred cow. Of course you're going to be on the side that wants to turn you into a sacred cow.
It's not just that. A lot of the times they talk about queer, what they're actually really talking about isn't themselves. Because a lot of these queer people are non-binary, they're fake trans people, and you can tell because none of them are actually in the process of actually doing any shit to transition. And what they're asking for is the right to do that to your kids. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. If you want to go chemically castrate yourself, you have every means to do that already. You're an adult. You can go to the system. You can go do it yourself. Our issue most of the time, and we do have gay people in the gay community, both trans and gay and lesbian and whatever in between, saying, no, stop touching the fucking kids. Leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I don't give a shit who you fuck. I've never given a shit about who you fuck.
Slightly. As long as you're consenting adults,
yes.
I don't care.
That's exactly. Yes.
Go ahead, Angela.
I got lost. I think I'm on Trump's Project 2025. a school shooter style Christo-fascist manifesto. You dug out the freaking thesaurus, didn't you?
Yes.
Aimed at reshaping American society is not just a policy proposal. It is a death sentence for many in the LGBTQ plus community, whether by their own hands or by those of Trump's hillbilly death squads. Okay. The proposed rollbacks, yeah, I'm doing the same thing, Rotten. The proposed rollbacks of rights, the stripping away of protections, and the empowerment of discriminatory practices are all components of a larger insidious plan. A plan that seeks in the end to cleanse the planet of queers and other marginalized folks.
Okay.
Project 2025 is not Trump's. It's a proposal by the Heritage Foundation,
who are kind of indifferent to Trump.
And wasn't part of that shit also done by the fucking Democrats? Like, they found more fucking shit coming from the Democrats than they actually did of Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jesus Christ, this is as bad as them being like, well, will he disavow white supremacy? He's done it 100 times already. But will he disavow it today?
Or remember
And
when?
Like, are you fucking retarded?
Remember the comment, stand down and stand by?
Yeah.
I mean, what did they expect? Did they expect him to say, oh no, today I'm totally for white supremacy?
Well, like, they take the whole thing out of context, and the best way I can actually say this, because of I've been watching a lot of the unsubscribed podcasts, so going through and seeing quite literally clips they had taken of Brandon Herrera before the runoff, and then during the runoff, and then after he lost, and that whole thing. I've been seeing that of like what they've done to Trump. I can't help but just agree with Donut Operator of like, journalists aren't people, and you don't bully them enough. Like, it is very, very rare to say it's wrong to bully a journalist.
The actual policy recommendations of Project 2025: secure the border, unleash and free up American energy, de-weaponize the federal government and dismantle the deep state, and improve education.
It's only a little bit left, and after this one, it's about that much, and we'll finish this one.
And this person could benefit from all of those.
Let's finish the article.
Yes.
And be done with this shit.
I will mute myself.
Okay. My plea is not just for my own survival, but for the survival of countless others who find themselves in the crosshairs of this second coming of the dark forces we thought we had destroyed. And oh, fuck you! In 1945, we are not collateral damage. We are human beings deserving of dignity, respect, and the right to live freely. My feelings are not just personal, they are a collective sense of horror shared by the entire LGBT community.
Which it isn't.
To those who can make a difference, to those who hold power and influence, hear this cry. Understand that your decisions have life and death consequences for people like me. This is not hyperbole, this is reality. You owe it to me and folks like me. I don't owe you shit.
I owe you nothing,
to
Grasshopper.
vote harder than you have ever voted in your life. To do anything with it in your power to ensure that Republicans don't take power. I am pleading for my life because the stakes are unimaginably high and because the cost of failure is too great to contemplate. If there's any justice, any compassion left in this world, let it be shown now. For if Trump takes office, I will be found at the bottom of a lake, next to millions of other disabled queer women like me. P.S. Fourth grade journalism of color by buying our swag.
I swear to you, you need to change the fucking title of this one to "Journalists Aren't People."
I didn't write this one. Shit. Wait a minute. This is.
I am so sick of the hyperbolicness of them being. I don't even know if I'm using the proper fucking words for this one because one, I've been drinking, and two, I'm pissed off because they always want to pull the dumb shit of them being like, Trump's gonna kill gay people.
Wait, I do have vodka next to me.
He has never gone through and said that he was one of the first. Like he showed support for the fucking LGB. The Lebictia, Lebictua, you know, the lettuce, bacon, tomato guacamoles, long before fucking Biden did. Like pride, like original old school pride flag and all.
All right, this is the.
Why I get so sick of it because like quite literally for so much this shit it is. Well, it's them being like, "Will you help us?" And typically the Republicans will be like, "No, you need to do more to help yourself." Though there are policies I will say that should be going away. And quite literally, the Democrats are like hashtag BLM. It's like BLM LGBT. No.
Now here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that appeal and plea, and this is not hyperbole, this is reality and all of that. You've got some pretty manipulative stuff, as well as an attempt to influence the vote on the lines of what may actually violate the law. Let's approach this another. You're threatening self-harm, therefore you need to be institutionalized involuntarily.
That's just gonna turn around and say that it is right.
Not hunted down and harmed, gathered up and protected
from yourself. But
from yourself.
They're gonna turn around and say, "You threw me in a camp. I told you were gonna throw me in a camp."
We didn't.
What do you think, Rotten Pine Rest?
Make a silence great again.
But again, I would think they want to compare Trump to Hitler, but I'm just saying, you don't see you don't see Trump with blood red, screaming, frothing at the mouth.
Oh, and the people commenting are as bad as the people writing the articles. Since I see a lot of people talking about Project 2025, but I haven't seen people actually describing what it is, I will do so right now. I'm wondering if this is a Poe. Project 2025 will, 1, allow Trump to kill black people. 2, allow Trump to overturn the 13th and 19th Amendments. 3, allow Trump to give the nuclear code to Putin. 4, allow Trump to fire all the Democratic Party. 5, allow Trump to jail anyone who voted for Democrats and put them in concentration camps. 6, allow Trump to kill black people. Wasn't that 1? 7.
But see, it's so important you gotta say it twice.
Allow Trump to run as president indefinitely.
Okay,
that's gotta be a Poe. It doesn't do any of those things.
It's like basically jail anyone who voted for the Democratic Party or fire all the Democrats and whatnot. So
the ones of those that could
in a lot of cases,
what the fucking, wait a minute, hold on, one at a time.
What fucking Biden's been doing, or it's like what the Democratic Party's been doing to Trump.
Yeah,
there's a few things in there that could legally be done, but they require a constitutional amendment. The rest of them can't legally be done, no matter what gets passed as law.
This one would be destroyed by everybody.
That's the one main one that would actually be legal to do, but it would require amending the Constitution to do so.
And it wouldn't pass.
It's a lot of requirements for that.
But it wouldn't pass because
it wouldn't pass, but it could legally be done. As far as killing black people, giving nuclear codes to Putin, firing the Democratic Party, jailing his dissenters in concentration camps, or running as president indefinitely. Well, run as president indefinitely, that could be done legally with a constitutional amendment.
I like this one. Wait a minute.
The rest of them, no law can make them legal.
Wait a minute, I got one. I like this one. I'm still trying to decide whether this entire site is deep satire or actual legit, and that these people truly believe this absurd nonsense.
A voice of reason.
Oh
Black
my God,
people on white violence.
Hey, hold on, Tommy. Let me do this one. Black on white violence is the reason people vote Trump. Thank a black person today.
Clip it.
Oh, boy.
And the person underneath them, I've been
Somebody give me a
this.
timestamp. Where are we in the show?
We are
hour 34.
Yeah,
About hour
34.
It'd be close to like an hour 34:40.
I just got to get close to it. I can find it if I'm close.
This satire. This is satire, right? No one could be this thick. Amazing how none of this happened the first time he was president. I have no doubt this person promised to commit suicide the first time he ran. Get a grip, you delusional narcissist. This is so.
I love that username though. Chuddy McChud.
Yes. This is so painful for all of us. Hang in there. Consider moving instead. The United States is not the whole world. If Trump assumes office and begins persecuting the Batia people, you have options. Seek asylum in Canada or elsewhere if you prefer.
That's the thing. If it actually started happening in the U.S., which all the people that this author hates and wishes would die would actually stand up to protect them, I would go out there and fight to protect people being unlawfully rounded up and harmed by a tyrannical president.
Well,
we have no reason to believe he's going to be such, but there's,
I say this
I'm
all the time.
disabled, but I'd still go out there and do it. But hey, if it was actually happening, we got the most open borders in the world, and that would actually be a basis for asylum. And guess what? Canada not only would welcome you, they probably, legally they wouldn't be able to refuse you asylum.
Yeah, but I say this, and I say this often, and this spawned from, I will always defend the rights of racists to say they're racist shit.
Oh wait, scroll down a little bit. I gotta see what's after this whole thing from Patricia. Because she's going, okay, Lamal, that's hysterical. Because it's like, I want to hold you tight and tell you it's gonna be fine, but I can't lie. All I want to do is cry with you.
Clip it.
Oh, jeez.
And then just Lamal. Although I still see the French cat every time I see that, so it's like Lemao.
But I was saying, like, I will always defend someone's right, because if I fight it in your sandbox, I won't have to deal with it in mine. Like, I'll fight it over there with you in your sandbox because there's a good chance we beat it over there in yours. When it comes to my sandbox, I won't have to fucking worry about that issue. So let's do this. I will defend you to the death.
Yeah. Yeah, the people that these idiots think are going to be hunting them down are the ones who are going to be the first ones out there standing between them and tyranny.
Yep. All right. Rotten had a palate cleanser, and I had one too. Yo, Digi.
Have you ever seen
Good, I need palate cleansers.
That's Fire Department Chronicles, so it's real things he's seen as a paramedic.
Okay.
I fucking
that
love
guy as a paramedic scares me.
Oh, I love the dude who's just like, who always just to be like, don't shove it. Like, they'll show something, he's just like, no. It's the EMTs. Like, I don't want to have to deal with you, having that stuck in your butt. But here we go.
911. Did you call for a sick person? Hey, he's not feeling well. He needs to go down to the hospital.
What? I feel fine. I don't need to go anywhere.
Oh, no. He had a cough earlier, man. It was really weird, dude. It was something like...
I coughed twice. The water went down the wrong pipe.
Wait, hold on. What are your medical concerns? I mean, he looks completely fine. He doesn't need to go down to the hospital.
I have that exact
you know what? I know my patient, and I know when he's not acting normal. He needs to go down to the hospital right now. So load him up and get him going.
Crystal said, hey, are you getting rid of that patient or what? We got enough tacos, margaritas, and tequila to make me forget what century I'm from. Would you like to reply?
Nobody's leaving here until you respond.
That is funny.
I fucking love this dude.
There's one.
Seriously, I've got that exact blanket. It's in my lap right now.
All right, hold on. Let me share the screen. I like this one. This one is hilarious. Okay, I'll play it. Can y'all hear it?
Truck.
Yes.
Yes.
Truck. Duck. Walk. Undrive. Wick. Stick. Lick. Dig.
What?
Split. Slit. Shut your eye. Witch. Stitch. Pitch. Big surprise. Messy. Sassy. Bossy. Purify. Bigger. Trigger. Digger. Nice to have. Corn. Horn. Warn. Party time. Hum. Lum. Cutie pie. Penis. Tennis. Lanus. Pretty nice. Say. Way. Play. Give me 5. Kit. Bit. Hit. Time for ride. Soar. More. Adore. Where is mine?
Sorry, I'm easily amused.
Oh, I love those ones.
Okay.
All right, so it was going through words like slit, hit, pit.
Yeah, I watched the video.
Yeah. It just easily amuses me. I'm sorry, I'm a guy.
Yes, very.
I happen to be a guy. Blame it on my penis.
Here's a fun one
penis.
I've got.
I don't think I like you.
It says driver
anymore.
react to getting pulled over, and it's the people driving different things. So Chevy.
It's still loading.
20 in a school zone. Oh, that's not my fault. The good part of Freebird just came on. Understandable. You have a good rest of your day. You too, sir. Do you know why I pulled you over? No, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Well, your license plate light is out. Sir, it's okay. I just wanted to see if you knew. No, I did not know, and it's not okay. My car must be perfect at all times. It's not technically texting and driving because I'm not the one driving. You see, the car drives itself because it's a Tesla. So if you're going to give me a ticket, you're going to have to send it to Daddy Musk instead. Oh, I haven't been pulled over in 16 years. But I did have a close call the other day when I was going 35 in a 45. I have 4 warrants for tax fraud, so if I get pulled over, I'm going straight to jail. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Yes, but perhaps a few Jacksons could help. This is a $20 bill. Well, yes, but that's probably more than you'll make all day. It's a great deal. Get out of the car. No. Sir, you're under arrest. No. I pulled you over today because your exhaust is way too loud. No, this is stock. What the heck, man? Why'd you pull me over? I've been following you for 9 miles and you haven't used a turn signal once. Oh, no, you got to confuse, man. I don't think BMWs come with those.
Oh, wow.
I just love that start of best part of Freebird came up. I just couldn't help it. Have a good day.
It's probably more than you make in a day. Get out the car, sir. Go to jail. No. I think we have time for a life.
$20 bill.
Dear Prudence.
Dear Prudence. I don't think I like you anymore.
Oh, no.
When I get to reading you, I start reading shit I've never read before. Dear Prudence, I don't like you anymore.
Man, I ain't heard that Rodney Carrington song in a while.
And she sang back, Dear Rodney.
I don't think I like you anymore. Can't remember the rest of it.
He's more of a man than I'll ever be.
Okay, I think we'll read. No, that's not one readable.
I mean, that's like the one that's like, we're gonna learn this chicken song, or we ain't.
Going.
I guess you stay. What can make me feel this way? A chicken song, all night long. Let's get it on.
What's the song? God damn it! I can't remember the song.
She eats beef jerky by the ton, stares directly at the sun. She's more of a man than I'll ever be.
Wow.
I mean, there's also the class, of I like my women like I like my chicken with a little bit of fat on the end. Not too much and not too little, just enough to make me grin.
No.
That's the chicken song right there.
All right, help. I always suspected my boyfriend's friend hated me. I was right all along.
Okay. As long
Sounds
as it's not your boyfriend that hates you, I don't think it's a problem.
I can't read that one. Fucking, they paywalled that one.
Really?
This is bullshit.
It was too popular.
Damn.
Yeah, they paywalled. They paywalled a lot of that fucking site. Oh, god damn it! I gotta find something. Let's do an asshole story. God damn it,
Tier has
motherfuckers.
to find a new website.
Always with the tier. Always.
I refuse to pay $5 to read your shitty ass site.
$5 a month.
It was fine when you were able to potentially make money off of our shitty ass site.
It was. Yeah, I wouldn't do ask. God damn it. For telling me. Okay, all right, I got it. I will put it in chat so people that want to read along can read along. Dude. God damn it, that song stuck in my head.
Fun to rhyme.
Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my friend I hope she was right? She was the right choice.
Perhaps.
Needs context.
Needs a whole lot of context because I have no idea what the hell that was about.
I, 27 female, had planned to meet up with my cousin, 27 male, and our friend, 25 male, for a fun night of at a bar arcade. Throughout the week, my friend and I invited just a few other people. But by Thursday, one of the girls we work, 24 female with, was asking for details of the arcade bar night. I didn't really say much, thinking my friend invited her, he can let her know where it is. I wasn't very fond of her and had no choice of her going.
That was your problem right there, was you started inviting too many people.
Mm-hmm. The day comes. I was running a little late, but when I got there, my friend, my cousin, and this girl were all there. They had one drink already, so I jumped right in and had a drink. We waited for the other three friends of ours to join before we started playing games. But after a bit of talking, we got up and walked around, but my cousin, my friend, and the girl were nowhere to be found. I didn't mind it much because I thought they were just in the restroom or something, getting more drinks. Almost an hour goes by, zero replies to my text. I text them again, and they just let me know they were outside smoking. After some of them not coming back, and we go out to see what's taking them so long and what's more interesting out there since they never came back in. We were just talking and smoking. Nothing. They were just talking and smoking. Nothing special.
Someone was getting a train around them, wasn't they?
Possibly. Eventually, they come back in with us, but they didn't really hang out with us. They went and did their own thing. After some time, failed attempts to get food, we ended up in a parking lot talking, except my cousin, my friend, and this girl were not there yet. She's getting plowed out like a goddamn road whore. It was pretty late into the night, Sunday night, so nothing was open. After some time, someone called one of the three and asked where they were. Eventually, The three found their way to our group. By this point, I was pretty upset due to the fact that no one had any plans on where to go, but were expecting me to figure it out. Pretty much to be the parent of the group. I was pretty annoyed because my friend and my cousin had both ditched me after saying throughout the day that they were both very excited to spend time together since we hadn't seen each other in a while due to work. I got in my car. I didn't say goodbye to anybody. About an hour after I got home, my friend and my cousin texted me in the group chat we have asking if something was wrong. I let them know, yes, I thought it was very fucked up that they ditched me for this. Ditched me for this pick me girl after saying how excited they were to hang out, all of us together. I also said that I hope she was the right choice for you. Were my final words. My friend later texted me asking if we could talk things out or something because he did not intend for things to go this way. I'm too exhausted of feeling like second option to people. I know this girl is young and dumb, and I don't hate her or wish her anything bad. She came off as the annoying sibling that an older sibling was forced to bring. Am I the asshole? By the way, we believe that she overheard my friend and I making plans while we crossed paths at work.
It's a little bit of an asshole, I would say, because like I'm someone who has a brain of like, even though, okay, more recently at work, I actually got complimented the whole fact of one of the guys in the ship before me. He's like, I like it when you work over here because when I come in, shit's not fucked up. I don't have to deal with a bunch of bullshit. Like, you actually take care of things. And of course, my brain's the first one to say he's lying to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand it through that. So what probably happened was the whole fact of too many fucking people got invited, and in all honesty, you were probably worrying way more than you should have. And as soon as they were going off and doing something else, you should have been like, fuck it, I'm going to have fun. Fuck them.
Yeah, she really should have just, did her own thing. Again.
You are for writing this, so making me have to listen to this.
Trying to bring me in to determine whether or not it was your bad. Either you think it's your bad and you should deal with it, or you don't think it's your bad and you should just let it go.
Yes, Digi, she's jealous.
Ha, yes.
That's yeah. There's no question about that.
She is so jealous.
Dripping with disdain and jealousy. And probably some other stuff that I don't want to think about.
But it's the problem that I'm pretty sure that they were plowing her.
It's not our business.
That's true.
Any more than it's this person's business.
Yes. But you guys, you're angry that they picked the girl over you.
Well, no. Okay. Here's the thing, and I'm going to turn around and be contrary to you guys on this one. You don't turn around and say that you're all excited to go hang out with your cousin, was it, that you haven't seen in forever and everything, and then basically not attend the party that they planned.
Oh, I agree with you, Angela. I probably should have clarified it. It's not saying that they weren't assholes. It's the person themselves kind of delved too far into it, because like this is where I bring it up to where like my brain's an asshole and that whole thing. It's the reason why my last couple of years in the military, I stopped inviting a lot of coworkers if they wanted to go out to lunch, go to the arcade and everything. I mean, I knew they weren't always going to be up when I was. But still, I'm one of those people. I'm almost like a vampire. I guess this would be one of the few things you could say. It's like my autism, even though last time I ever checked on the thing, it's like I don't have it at all. I have to have an express invitation. When I had coworkers like, oh, well, didn't you know there was an open invite? No, like
there's no such
majority thing. Of you fucking have known. It's like a few of you have known me since back at our previous base. Like, you know, I if you don't give me that express, hey, would you like to come? I'm not gonna show up because I think it's fucking rude.
Yes. That's how I am. Like, unless someone specifically invites me, I'm not coming. Like,
this one is properly labeled that everyone sucks here. I just love that somebody commented, are you romantically interested in your cousin or the other guy? And she's like, biggest you I could type, not interested in any single person that attended that night. Then why are you and the response came right back. It's like, then why are you acting like a spurned lover here?
Yeah. Like, quite literally,
you could, girl. The
easiest thing to say
you were
is
literally saying you should have
whatever,
picked me.
Well, the easiest thing is to say, it's like, hey, I thought we were supposed to hang out, you know, this and that. Because then they're gonna have to admit, like I bounced on this because I was getting some ass. Well, at least fucking admit it. I would say that, but like majority of my friends and relatives are all hitched. So, but even the ones that are hitched, if they were to be like, yeah, dude, I'd have been here sooner, but the wife was in the mood, I'd have been like, respect on that, bro. You get yours. Like, you don't need to text me it happened. Just after the fact, been like, hey man, sorry I'm late. Me and the wife had to have a discussion. Granted, they would say her name to me in that whole thing, but me and her had to talk about something. I'd be like, hey, it happens.
Thursday, my friends counseled on a D&D game, and he said like it was date night with the wife. Wife come first.
Yeah. Family
like,
first,
okay.
Always for that.
No one gave him shit for it. Like, hey, at least you let us know. And he let us like about 8 o'clock in the morning. So, all right.
Oh, you had
D&D's canceled.
Ample time.
Oh, don't cut the options off there, did you? We don't know where this is. The cousin might be on the table.
I mean, for all we know, it you know,
Brown.
I mean, for all we know, this is West Virginia or Alabama.
They're singing "Sweet Home Alabama."
Sweet Home Alabama.
I was actually going with the other song.
Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling? Wait a minute.
I'll back in a moment.
Am I the asshole for
yes.
telling my nurse boyfriend that adults work full time? I mean, I know I'm the asshole, but still.
Could you repeat it? I'm sorry, I was being an asshole.
Just too busy laughing.
Am I the asshole for telling my nurse boyfriend that adults work full time?
Yes.
Context needed.
I, 26 female, and my boyfriend, 28 male, have been together for 4 years, and we met working direct patient care jobs in the medical field. A couple of years after we started dating, he finally got his associates in nursing, so he could work as a nurse, which he did full-time for a year. In the meantime, I started graduate school and worked full-time as a chemist while working on my master's until going back to school for a full-time for a PhD candidate. Oh God, Jesus Christ. With a cost of living stipend and working 45 to 60 hours a week between TAing coursework and lab research. Last year, he decided he wanted to focus on online school more so he could complete his bachelor's degree in nursing. So he cut his hours back to 2 12-hour days a week. I fully support this because I understand from experience how difficult working full-time and being a student is. However, he is about to finish his final class before completing his BSN, and wants to remain part-time so he can have more time off. I really don't like this because he has been struggling to pay his part of the bills while working part-time since I'm not making any more than him. I don't think working 3 days a week, even 12-hour shifts, is too much to take time to see family and friends, especially with a PTO, since he's already had much more time off than me. He also has a lot of debt or payoff, so I worry about him making excuses not to work. I told him real adults work full-time jobs. Welcome to the real world. And he told me I don't know what it's like to work and be a student, even though I did do that full-time for a year before going for my PhD. He got very upset and stormed off. Was I harsh? Am I the asshole?
You weren't too harsh, but you said the wrong thing. Instead of saying real adults work a full-time job, should be real adults
pay their bills.
Pay their bills. Make sure their bills are paid.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate that whole shit of like has a full-time job. Get fucked. Nobody actually wants to work. And guess what? I know boomers want to say this, be like, nobody wants to work anymore. Bitch, nobody wanted to work before you were ever a twinkle in your fucking father's eye.
Yep.
Okay, so
that's not
here's
even
the thing.
I was gonna say, so that's not even a slight at like Will or Angela, who are technically Gen X. That's before them.
Also, I'm questioning her math skills because he's still doing 36 hours. Three 12-hour shifts is still 36 hours. He's still doing a decent amount of hours.
Working full time.
Yeah.
All right,
no, she's talking about. She doesn't think that him working another day a week would be too much.
Shit.
He's cut back to 2 12-hour days per week, so he's working 24 hours a week.
Which is still decent. That's still a decent amount of hours.
24 hours a week? That's part-time.
It's slightly less than full time.
Yes, it is. But I thought it was 3 12-hour shifts. Sorry.
Well, it still would be.
No, she's suggesting he take on another day.
Rotten.
Let's say it would be that whole thing of airing the grievance of, hey, you're not fulfilling your end of the agreement of being able to pay what you agreed to pay for bills.
Mm-hmm.
That is a legitimate grievance and should be heard on, but not even just on Festivus.
Hey, babe, look, I get that you want to take time off. You want to be with your family, but bills need to get paid. Shit need to keep moving. So you need to go back to work.
Like, the other person isn't a fucking millionaire or a billionaire or something like that, to where they're not going to have to worry about it.
Like, you like all the nice shit we have here? You see all this nice shit? If you don't work, we can't keep all this nice shit. So, guess what you're doing?
He's being lazy like me.
I get her point.
She's being... It's basically in what she said, how she said it, and like half of her reason for it, because she's frustrated and annoyed with him because, like, I didn't take time off of work to go to school. You're doing it. She's judging him. No matter what she says, she's not. She's judging him for that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
she's got good. You know, she does have a good, solid thing. He's not doing his part. She's got reason for a grievance.
Oh, wait. As typically the leftists would say in the situation, he's not paying his fair share.
See you, Digi.
Although in this case, it actually is if he's got certain obligations for some of the bills and everything, and he's not meeting them, he truly is not paying his fair share.
That's why I said he's not paying his fair share.
Again, that's why I didn't like being called out, because I got that confused.
But before we get too far into this, since I had to go,
I gotta go too.
Here's something real quick. No, I was gonna say with both Will and Angela being after saying the "Am I the asshole?" Then being like, "Yes," you reminded me of a dude I was in the military with when I'd be like, "Correct me if I'm wrong," and he would always say you're wrong. And the first time I was like, "Wow, I'm actually kind of speechless. I don't know how to go from there." But after that first one, I would be like, correct me if I'm wrong. He's like, you're wrong. I'm like, man, I guess you're not cool and a good person. You're just a piece of shit. He's just like, fuck you guys. He said, not again.
All right. We're watching.
We are watching The Weatherman because and Jen has to leave in that whole thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Because it is closing time.
Yeah, it's kind of how it is. I have to go before the place.
Understandable.
Closes. And it's dark, so I gotta find my hat.
There we go. And
I got a special hat. You see, in Canada we have toques with like inbuilt like lights. You actually have them too, but man, are they helpful. Like, if I encounter a weirdo, I can just blind them.
Right, you have to send me that one because I now know how to take out the green screen and put it for a fucking video.
Oh, the time to stop?
Yeah.
Okay. You can probably look it up pretty easy, but yeah, I'll try to. I'll find it where it's buried.
All right. That way I could put it like to a background of like this, and you could just play the background.
Yes, we were doing. We were watching The Weatherman, and if I can remember, I'm actually going to try to make a half-ass decent thumbnail instead of the traditional one.
Okay.
Here's off to rob the KFC.
Hey, I am trying to get past 38 subscribers. You know, I know a lot of people are like, I am on my road to 1,000 and whatnot. It's like, bro, I was on the road to 10. I'm on the road to 50 right now. Technically, I'm on the road to 40.
I just hit the 100. Damn, I'm at 107. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but it is an achievement.
Oh, dude, with the amount of shit you do and do for like your thumbnails and whatnot, yeah, you're kicking my ass, fucking straight up. Just like it's an unfair fight because I'm not doing my due diligence.
It's all good, my friend.
No. I'm criticizing myself for not doing my due diligence. I am actually I can't think of the words at the moment.
Well, that's kind of why I'm lingering, because I'm like, I'm enjoying my time. I had fun. Thank you for having me on 2-tier.
Thanks for coming to hang out.
Yeah.
Before you go,
I'm not
put you in the calendar.
I am.
Jen, where's my calendar?
Yes, complimenting. Fuck.
I gotta get more content out there again. I'm sitting at 220.
October 12th? No, that's Kyivedam. 19th?
Sure.
October 19th. Got you in.
Yep, just remember to remind me just so I don't, forget, like last time.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
34. All right.
We're never going to see her again because Tier's never going to remember to remind her.
I reminded her the other day, like, hey,
I was
don't forget.
just playing.
Well, I do hang out with them other times, so it makes it easier to remember when you see people.
Tier's just playing the Nickelback song. This is how you remind me of what I really
am. I love that song.
Okay.
Like from them.
So Jen, I'm pretty sure you just want to promote Kefk and Hammer's Wednesday show and Kefk's Sunday show.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's not Hammer's show. That's the Terry and Hammer and Jen's show. Trust me, Hammer will direct you on that one because he's like, I don't run everything he does. But
Hammer is the one who's putting it on.
Yes, he is.
That's right.
Good.
Nope, that's good. Also, Kefk should be back. As far as I know, God hasn't blessed her with anything this time, so good times.
Okay. I hope she gets better, or where she is. Come back, goddammit.
I know, right? She needs to give you your bones back.
I know.
He needs to just stop sleeping on his bones and let the dogs chew on him.
One of these days.
This is the reason why I stay away from there. Like, I'm a rotting corpse. I don't need her dogs going after my bones. I have guns for a reason.
Yeah.
Angela, you
know what dogs do to cats?
Yeah. Angela,
I'm not sure how the arcade is going to run this week. I know we're going to try to stream, but technically Mr. Adam is going to be in the wilderness with Sanguine and Quiz. So
he's going.
One of their trips they may actually do the whole thing to where they come by where I am and We may be meeting for dinner.
So, Angela, little tip about their camping trip.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun to make snuggle bunny jokes with them because they all get upset.
I'm gonna have to fuck with them.
No, I'm already jealous that they get to go camping. So.
Well, that part I get you on. You.
I mean, the question always is just who's the cream in the Oreo sandwich?
Ooh, well, what is it? An art stream or a game stream coming up?
Look at this photograph.
I think that's art.
It's the 10th.
No, it's a game stream.
Art.
It's even.
Art.
So odds are game, evens.
Yeah.
Art. Okay. All right. That and I said Angela, and I did. So me, Mitch, Nemo, Angela, Dr. Functional have the Never Watch Alone on Thursday nights, 6 p.m. EST. I don't know what we're doing.
You said you also said you have minions on Mondays, right?
Yes. I have minions on Mondays.
Or typically you're talking to Mitch and Functional, and I show up while I'm at the gym and try not to grunt too much when I'm doing squats and shit. God, I am trying so hard not to just be like,
You should do that to him.
Oh Lord,
I have been so tempted. Like I focus on my breathing so much more when I'm on that stream.
What was I about to say? Next week's the guest will be the 1-ton hammer. He's making the rounds, so he'll be on the stream. That's about it. If you need to know, there's a schedule of all the stuff that my crew and I and my various friends do throughout the week in the description. Again, if you go to the description or the pinned comment and chat, you will find 5 GoFundMes. Instead of having one for Moonshock, I've changed that to the High Plains Food Bank. Give to them. There are GoFundMes for James Colley, Angela Ariaga, the Hey Camel and Maddy, who all fall on hard times because you need a little assistance. Jen, pick 1, 2, or 3. Jen, you there?
Sorry if I'm a little noisy.
No, I was saying pick 1, 2, or 3.
1.
1? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for coming out.
Loneliest number that you'll ever do.
I thank you all for coming out, and I hope to see you again next week. With that, we're going to get out of here. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. To be a savage.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away.
God,